Hey, I wanted to do a quick video on this. So, in case you guys, for those that did see the video, this beautiful queen, a black woman drags a black man literally because he stole her Mercedes Benz on my channel. So, before I did the story, I saw and I thought, oh my gosh, and I sent this to a friend of mine. Two people actually, I thought, check this out. And then I decided to do the story. Well, I heard back from a friend, and this person, a white male, he had a problem with the video. What are you talking about? He's like, well, you mean to tell me that young woman, she had to go and look for her own car? I'm like, well, hell yeah, it's her vehicle, it's her Benz. Of course she wouldn't. He's like, well, the fact that she had to go online and keep track of it. The story you sent me, I didn't see anything about the boyfriend or the girlfriend. I mean, the boyfriend or the husband. It doesn't mention him. I'm like, it's not about him because he wasn't in the video. The video's about her vehicle. She tracked it down and she dragged the guy by his dreads. She was smart. She called the cops 7 times. He eluded them, put the tires on flat, which I hate that. But the thing is, she got her own vehicle back, okay? And the guy got dragged, which teaches him a lesson. So he goes, no, I think that's great. She's my hero. But I'm like, well, what's the problem that you have with the video? He goes, the problem I have with the video is she had to track her own vehicle, and then she had to go and drag that guy. Where's her husband or boyfriend? Where are the men of the family? They exposed her. I'm like, well, it is, I get your point, but it's her car. He's like, yeah, but they exposed her. Yeah. He's like, the men of the family should have stepped in, and they should have went, once that car was there, they should have tracked it for her. They should have handled it. They should have tracked that guy down, and they should have went in there and got him, laid hands on him, not her, not a woman. And I'm like, wow. All right. I did not see it that way. But black women have to be independent. In most cases, it's not a choice. Most men aren't standing for you like that. You have some that are, but the majority are not. Now, if he's driving a car, oh yeah, if he's like, taking her to her boutique and then dropping her off and leaving her there, and he gets to roll, flossing her ride, maybe pick up some other chicks. He's on the IG and all that on fleek. I say, yeah, and to myself, I'm like, yeah, I can see that happening. But I'm like, it works differently in different communities. He's like, well, my issue is this right here. The men in her family, I don't care if she's single, doesn't have a husband or a boyfriend. The men in her family, this should have been their job. They should have protected her as a woman. And I'm like, got it. I get you. And to be honest, I hadn't thought about it. But I had this Blake let him know the woman has a business. She's a go-getter. She's worked hard on her own. She's not going to wait around. Okay. And quite often, black women have to do everything. That's why people holler, oh, they're emasculating. Oh, man, they're trying to play the part of the man. Well, it made me think, it's like, well, where the hell are the men? Please step up. But she can't sit around and wait till somebody's, not busy, or wait till I get off work. This is really major. She can't sit around and wait till somebody finish playing with the Xbox. That car is moving around. I'm just happy that she got it. Number 2, the fool didn't have an accident, because it's not uncommon for them to steal a vehicle, and then they go and hit somebody and total it out. So I am so thankful for her that she got her beautiful car back. Matter of fact, most of my girlfriends drive Mercedes Benz. I just don't, because I'm more of a tomboy kind of person. But I thought about that and I was like, man, a totally different take. He's saying that basically his problem with the story is the men should have done this for her and protected her. And I hate to say it, I get it. I commend her for what she's done, but here's the whole thing. There's a big difference in certain communities and our communities. That's why they can rest in their femininity. Somebody stole a bag from a bag from me, and we knew who it was because it was on camera, and I jumped in the vehicle and followed the person. I just mentioned what had happened to me that day, and Peter was like, oh, I said, oh my gosh, you're gonna steal my Burberry raincoat. And it was a white girl, it was a trailer park trash white girl that did this. I said, man. I said, the guy says, so I did some checking, and then she comes in here. I said, oh my gosh, she's gonna go, she's gonna probably come back. I said, oh my God. I said, you know what? I said, she's gonna steal my Burberry raincoat in her. Darn, she's gonna steal my stuff. He's like, no. He said, we're not gonna go, we're not gonna wait. So I kind of staked the place out where the guy said the girl was, and I did step to her, and she lied. So I'm not gonna go into any details about that, but definitely got that bag back. Mm-hmm. And I was able to so rest my femininity. But I thought about it, I was like, wow, that's his take on it. And different people have different takes on things because of different perspectives and also their different experiences. But Jay had a problem with it, and his deal was she should have been held, she should have been safe and let the men do all this. And I had to explain to him, I get it, but this sister could not wait. The second thing he mentioned to me was, and I know Jennifer, she had shout out it, gave a comment in the comment section, like, oh my, maybe the boutique owner, she needs to move because they don't, Pook and Ray Rays, they don't want to be embarrassed. And yeah, I get it. They don't want to be embarrassed. And sometimes they could return to the scene and do something violent. So Jennifer, shout out to you. Jennifer mentioned that in the comment section. And then he said the same thing. He's like, well, she may have to be careful because I'm afraid in 30 days or 6 months from now, he may return, or maybe his friends may return, and they might try to hurt the woman or worse. I don't even want to say the words, speak into existence. I'm just saying, I didn't want to say the word. And I was like, man, I didn't even think about that. And then I'm like, okay, Jennifer in the comment section, she made that comment. And he's saying that. And I said, wow, it's really sad that the MO, the pathology of Dusty and Pook and Ray Ray that commit violence in the neighborhood, that MO is known. That MO is known. And I hope it doesn't happen. Yeah, so it just lets you know there are no secrets. We think how we behave in the black community that there are secrets nobody knows. No, everybody knows. And he's like, yeah, she may have to move her shop, and because he may try to come back and get his friends, and he may try to harm her or do worse because his friends might be going, oh, they might see the video and rag on him. And I was like, oh my gosh, that sets up a whole nother ordeal, and I could see that happening. Dusties, use your brain. Crime doesn't pay. It doesn't. It does not. So you want to try to always do harm to someone. Maybe that's why so many of you get locked up. Maybe that's why so many of you get popped up by the cops. I hope and pray for her safety. Sometimes you just gotta take that ass whipping and just totally move on. But they're so stupid. And no, let's not get it twisted about manhood. Everybody knows you're not a man because if you were a man, you wouldn't do the dumb things that you do. So I wish the best for her, but I want to share with you guys that, I'm like, wow, a person has a problem with this, and I never thought of it that way. But yeah, different communities behave differently. So shout out to this beautiful queen that she's a business owner. I wish her well, peace and blessings to the degenerate that stole the vehicle. I hope you can change your life. I'm sure you got arrested, of course. Look around. That could be your life for the next 30 years. Keep up the dust. Anyway, as I say, the dust buckets, they bring drama. They bring trauma. That's why many of them are now the number one when it comes to incarceration. Is too much dust in the nation. Thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. I look forward to reading your comments, and stay safe.